usurpers who apparently tossed him out of here. The blondies, we'll call them for now. The other 4 males of the 4 musketeers, which were, oh, look at her, which were Scarface, Morani, Secure, and Hunter. There we go, I can't believe I remembered that. We haven't met Secure and Hunter. We don't know where they are at this stage, but most probably back across the river with the marsh pride. There she goes. And you might just in the background be able to hear the zebra going, which is them alarm calling. I'm just going to watch out for the other lioness who's not coming this way, which is quite interesting. She is watching us. So chaps, very small movements if you're going to move at all. I don't mean everyone at home. She's not that good. She can't quite see you through the lens. Isn't this amazing? It truly is an astounding landscape. Everywhere you look, there is something amazing to see. Lioness feeding here. Just away to the right-hand side of your screen, you've got a huge herd of wildebeest, which are now, they've seen this lioness coming up here. Zebra, buffalo, the Olololo escarpment stretching up into the sky. Huge grey clouds surrounding us, dumping rain on this fertile ecosystem. Thankfully not dumping it on us just yet. Hello, Snoop. She's chasing some flies now. Snoop, you say how large of an you say how large of an area are we able to traverse here in the Mara compared with that at Djuma? Snoop, a huge area. We're able to traverse an area the entire size, well, about 9,000 hectares smaller than the Sabi Sands. So we can move through an area of 51,000 hectares. In acres, that is roughly 130,000 acres or so, which is quite impressive. And we can go anywhere there that we like. And that's the great joy of it, of course. Now, these zebra are starting to come closer. I'm just going to... Jonda's going to stay on this lioness who's being slightly ridiculous. She's re-killing her zebra. And I must just reiterate, for those of you who are sensitive, I'm sorry about this, but this is, of course, typical cat behavior. And you can see there, Jandra, on the bottom of the neck there, if you zoom in, you can see where she took hold of it, where she grabbed the throat of the zebra earlier on and killed it. The other lioness still not coming, not interested, and the zebra and the wildebeest all moving slowly closer to make sure or to find out what's going on here. Michael in New York, very nice question from you, and I haven't seen it, but it certainly does happen. You say, have I ever seen a lioness injured badly by a zebra? Because, of course, they can kick. They can kick extremely hard, and it does happen that they get injured. I've never seen it. And I think in this ecosystem it probably happens more often than it does in other ecosystems, and that's because, of course, they eat, I think, more zebra. There are more zebra for them to eat. Now, everyone's alarm calling. I'm just going to be quiet for a while. You can feel the wind blowing, I'm sure. I've got to tell you, the smell of this place is just, it's clean, it's raw. I can't smell the zebra cecum, thankfully. And it is Africa. Now, she's not full. She can definitely eat, and that's great. Means that she has not killed for no reason. Slowly now, the herds are moving closer. I think let's have a quick look at them, Jandre, if you don't... maybe not. I don't know what she thinks she's doing, why she's trying to drag it somewhere. There's no thicket behind which she can put it. There's a termite mound just behind us that I suppose she might try and drag it behind. And she's just watching the zebra now, and the wildebeest. She's not huge, you know, so I mean, maybe she's not quite 3 years old yet. Maybe she's got a little bit of growing to do still. Now, I can tell you this is not the same lioness we saw on the first day, and I'll tell you how I know that. The other one's coming up now. I know that because, it's not because of her spotting, it's because she does not have swollen teats like that other lioness did. And apparently the lioness with those two blondies on the first night that we were here, apparently she had just lost her cubs to those blonde males. Look at that. It's bizarre. Absolutely bizarre. She's not making any effort to open it up and eat it. It might be the fact that the wildebeest and zebra are moving closer. It's unlikely, I think, that they would try and chase her off here. She's not making an enormous effort to try and get in there, and that just indicates to me she's not particularly hungry. She knows she'll eat. If she loses this one, she'll have something else to kill fairly soon. Okay, Genre, let's just quickly, if you don't mind, have a look at the herd and how they've come back up towards her. I probably haven't parked in the easiest place for old Genre here. He likes a challenge, though. There they are. You can see them all looking up now as the lioness got up and came to this area. And they're all going... That's alarm calling. You can't hear it because the ambient microphone is covered by the rain cover, which is, of course, extremely important because it would break were the rain to fall upon it. Might even electrocute Genre, and then his hair would be even more unwieldy than it is now. Do you want me to move slightly? Or are you happy here? He says, which I think means no, we're okay over here. Right, let's watch the other lioness. Here she comes now. Gosh, this is marvellous, isn't it? I'm watching the lioness, but look at the view behind her. There, I caught a whiff, I'm afraid, of the zebra's cecum. It wasn't particularly pleasant. What you can see, however, while this lioness, I'll just tell you about it, while this lioness comes over here, there is absolutely no reaction from the buffalo to the lions as they've come here now. One or two have looked up, but the rest of the herd is gathering. I think they're gathering and snoozing because it's getting a little bit cold. I'm just taking some pictures. Hopefully we'll be able to recognize these lions the next time we come. And I'd love for you to try and pick up some distinguishing features. Take some screenshots. Let's get some distinguishing features. Obviously, those spots might fade a little bit, but these two lionesses are easy to distinguish from each other. One of them seems to be lactating, although she's got swollen teats, but she doesn't seem to have very clear suckle marks. You've all been watching, of course, the... This is bizarre. You've been watching the Nkahuma Pride, and you know, of course, that they've got very, very obvious suckle marks. The area around the teats become really quite worn. Beautiful. I'm just going to do a quick comms check with the final control. Rebecca, have we still got you there? Okay, good. There we go. Just making sure. Now, they're trying to get into the bottom, and that is the softest place for lions to get. So that's probably where they'll begin, especially as the kind of first hole that they've made has been, well, it's kind of been, you know, hang on a second. The first hole that they've made has been blocked, obviously, by the guts that have come out. You know what? I don't think these lions killed the zebra. I'll tell you why. I got a story from one of the guides earlier today that said he had seen a zebra in this area that had died around here. It tried to do a crossing the other day, was grabbed by a crocodile, came into this area, and its guts had started to come out. I think this is that zebra. I don't think they killed this thing. They definitely had a go at it. But I think the swelling there that you're seeing, and the fact that it already doesn't quite have rigor mortis, perhaps. I think they're scavenging here. That's quite interesting. Hello, Ravi. You say